Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. We often use the word happiness and contented or contentment interchangeably. At least I did. And I wanted to find out the difference. And it turns out that they're very different states of being. And understanding the distinction or the difference has been really helpful to me. So I wanted to share that with you today. I've taken this from a number of people who've written about these concepts, but this is sort of the distilled version. Happiness tends to be a reactive and temporary state, right? It's the rush of joy we get when we get our promotion or the excitement of a new relationship or the thrill of doing something that was on your bucket list or going on a wonderful magical vacation. It's wonderful and energizing, but it doesn't last forever, right? Happiness can spike and fall. And often it's connected to, or at least in correlation with sometimes external events. Contentment, on the other hand, is quieter. It's more like the deep sense of knowing, being okay with where you are right now, even when things aren't perfect. It's appreciating the ordinary Tuesday, finding satisfaction in the routine and accepting what is while still working towards what could be, certainly. Contentment doesn't need outside circumstances to change. It exists despite them. And for me, I feel like I just get to decide, right? I can choose contentment with an understanding that doesn't mean I'm saying life is perfect. I'm saying that I'm going to be at peace today. The problem sometimes comes in with all of this around like expectations. Sometimes if we are pinning our happiness on what we expect to happen or what we hope is going to happen, then when those things happen, then we're excited and we're happy. But if they don't happen, then they don't meet our expectations, then usually, we're going to feel disappointed. And the higher we set that bar, it's almost like sort of saying, all of these things have to happen for me to be happy. We're really just setting ourselves up to be disappointed. Working on being contented or contentment, even just at peace, whatever word you want to use, can be there when we just let go of really rigid expectations or requirements, right? I'll be happy when. And when we stop comparing reality or some idealized version of what should be to what really is happening today, then we can find peace. And we can find it in that space between where we are and where we're going. And the irony is that, chasing happiness can actually make us unhappy. When we expect constant joy and every moment to feel wonderful, it's no wonder we feel disappointed all the time. Contentment actually will make feeling happy more often or more frequent. When we're at peace with the baseline of our lives, small joys stand out. Our morning coffee can taste better, a sunset catches our attention, or we notice a kindness that we might have just ignored in the past. Look, the goal isn't to choose between happiness and contentment, but to reframe our expectations around both. Expect happiness to be the delightful visitor and contentment to be the permanent resident. When we expect that life will include both peaks and valleys, we can see the value in both. Expect that you can be content with your life while still wanting it to grow. Expect that letting go of how things should be might be the very thing that allows you to appreciate how much and how good things are. This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.